Hello everybody, welcome back to TQM Travels. Me and Becca are here on a pretty exciting trip. We're here in Mount Rainier National Park right now up in Washington. And we're gonna be in Washington for a couple of days. We're gonna be checking out Mount Rainier here. And then we're also gonna be going to North Cascades National Park and then also Olympic National Park, where we'll be meeting up with Sarah and Dad later in the weekend. So it's a little late in the afternoon right now. It's about 2-3 o'clock or so. And we're gonna attempt to do some parts of the Skyline Trail. Becca doesn't think we're gonna get very far, but that's okay. We're going to do a little stretching of our legs after our long flight, and then we'll see you guys out on the trail. All right, so Becca and I are on the Skyline Trail now. It's a pretty lengthy loop with a pretty good amount of elevation change, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do the entire loop. It's pretty late. Our flight landed a little bit later than it was supposed to, so we're gonna fit in what we can, get some photos. Right before this trip, I recorded a video showing what I packed in my camera bag here. In that video, I mentioned that I'm shooting primarily with film. So I have my Minolta X700 here with a roll of Ultramax that was already loaded in. And I also have a roll of Ilford HP5 loaded into my Canonet in case I want to take some classy black and white photos. We just started the trail and I'm already pretty winded. I have not been doing any strenuous hikes over the past couple of months, so it's gonna be a challenging week. But let's keep on walking. A pretty challenging hike to start the trip off with. It's really steep in some sections and we've been taking a lot of breaks, but it is really pretty this time of year. It's everything's still green. When I was here last time, it was late October, early November, I think, so it was pretty yellow, but yeah, we're just taking it nice and slow and hopefully we make it up to Panorama Point this time. Last time when I was here, I didn't make it very far on the Skyline Trail because I was just under such a big time crunch. I came really late and then it got dark a lot earlier. Then we have a little bit more time to kill this time. So hopefully we're able to get some really pretty views of Mount Rainier. Oh, we totally made it here to Panorama Point. Becca and I were not sure if we were going to make it all the way up. It was pretty strenuous, it was pretty steep, but we persevered and we made it through. And we still have a good bit of daylight to make it back down. Now you can actually see back over this way, you can continue along the Skyline Trail. It actually is a loop, but there's a pretty good bit of elevation up there. We can see some people still hiking, so I do not think we're gonna do that. We are going to probably just make it back down the way we came. So it's a little bit faster and a little bit easier, but just take a look at these views. It is absolutely stunning up here. You get a nice panoramic view of all of the mountains and the volcanoes out in the distance, and it's kind of hazy today, so I'm sure if you come out on a clear day, you can see even more of the mountains in the distance, but honestly, the fog is making it look kind of eerie and spooky, and it's really making it nice for some photos. So we're gonna hang up here for just a little bit, and then we are gonna head back down, and we'll probably see you back at the parking lot. Totally finished off my roll of Ultramax here. So I think I'm gonna load the Minolta up with some color negative film from Lomography next, and we'll shoot with that. We've gotten plenty of pictures up here, so we're gonna head back down and we'll see you guys at the bottom. We're almost at the bottom of the trail now, but look how clear the sky is now. You can really see the mountains in the distance. Too bad we weren't up at Panorama Point right now, but I guess the trade-off would be if we were still up there now, it would be pitch black by the time we got down here at the bottom. We finally made it to the bottom, but check out these crazy views. It's beautiful. Well, what a way to start off our trip. I had hiked part of this Skyline Trail a couple of years ago. I'll be sure to put a link to the video somewhere in the description if you want to check that out. But finally, I made it up to Panorama Point with Becca here. It was pretty strenuous. In fact, when I was looking down, I was able to see pretty much the entire distance that I walked last time. I was like, oh, well, that was just pitiful. So I do recommend, though, if you are visiting the park, that you should check out Myrtle Falls. Myrtle Falls is along the Skyline Trail if you're taking it counterclockwise, which Becca and I did not do this time. So I would recommend checking that out. I'll put a couple of pictures or videos for you to check out there. It's really, really pretty as well. But what did you think, Becca, of the hike today?
Ugh.
Just
Saw a lot of chipmunks and marmots, and one tried to eat us.
Yeah, we saw a lot of pretty cute wildlife. It's very steep and strenuous for sure, and Becca and I have not hiked a lot. The last time you hiked was probably what, in 2019 when we went out Arizona and Utah, right? I've been on a couple of hikes here and there at some state parks, but nothing really quite like this one. This one was pretty strenuous, but overall I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend coming to Mount Rainier National Park, and really, so for both videos that I've done here, I've really only come to this Paradise area for that Skyline Trail, but there is so much more to this park. There's a whole like evergreen forest that you can go hike through, and there's a whole, really, if you follow this road back down this way, there's a whole nother side to the park that I haven't even checked out yet at all. So there's a lot that this park has to offer, so I highly recommend coming in and staying maybe even a couple of days. Unfortunately, Becca and I only had the one day today because now we are going to be driving up north in order to head to North Cascades National Park tomorrow morning. So thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel so we can help our channel grow, and also ring that notification bell so you can be notified of the rest of the episodes from this series. And until next time, guys, cheers.